What's up, guys? It's Landon and Chase from Shoeware.
And today we are going to be giving you everything that you need to know about the upcoming Air Jordan 1 High Volt Gold and how to count. Now let's go ahead and start off with the general info on this sneaker release before we move on. So the Air Jordan 1 High Volt Gold is scheduled to release on January 9th for $170, which is the typical retail price for Air Jordan 1 Highs. So also look for kid sizes on these as well, with the retail for $130, and we will cover more in depth the release times in different retailers. But as for the sneakers app and the majority of retailers, you can expect these to release at 10 a.m. Eastern time on this upcoming Saturday. All right, so the reason for the hype on these is going to be pretty self-explanatory because they're Air Jordan 1s. But taking it a little bit further, Air Jordan 1 Highs are always in high demand. So always be looking for a significant colorway with Air Jordan 1 releases, because while this like Volt Gold colorway has moderate resale value right now, something like a bread or like a black and red colorway is what I mean by that, or like colorways like Royal Toe, examples like that would hold much higher resale value. But there is no collab on these or anything like that, and Air Jordan 1s always sell over time, so definitely keep that in mind for this release. All right, so now let's go ahead and hit on the overall design for this shoe. So we have likely all seen the Air Jordan 1 model before, so we can focus more on the specific color for this section. So at this first glance, you may be a little bit confused on how Volt and Gold go together, almost as if it was pulled from like different Air Jordan 1 models. Well, if that's how you felt, then ding, 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 because these are in fact pulled from a few different previous Air Jordan 1 designs. And I honestly think it works with what they kind of call a tritonal color blocking, which is just a fancy way to reference like the gold and the Volt and the sail portion of this shoe. But something else I missed the first time I was checking these out is that they do feature a reversed logo on the tongue, which kind of gives them almost a deconstructed look in that area. And this is my favorite touch because it reminds me of the unfinished look and vibe similar to Off-White and their collab with Jordan 1s and stuff like that. But altogether, I like this Jordan 1 color scheme more than a lot of the ones that were released last year. But with that being said, it's definitely not in my favorites still. And it is kind of strange that this is the Jordan 1 that we're starting the year off with. But I still, with all that being said, I would not sleep on these.
All right, now I'm going to tell you which sites are actually dropping these Jordans, as well as my personal resale predictions. Here are the sites that I found, as well as their times that they're dropping. And at the time of this recording, which is January 5th, here are the confirmed websites. So starting off at 10 a.m. Eastern time, we have Finish Line, JD Sports, Foot Locker, Kids Foot Locker, East Bay, Foot Action, Nike Sneakers, Champ Sports, Hibbett Sports, and Shoe Palace. Now, from previous releases of Jordan 1s, here's some other websites that might have the release, but they're just not confirmed yet. And I recommend following their socials and definitely be notified if anything changes. For those who are trying to flip or resell this shoe, here are my resale predictions. Now, before I actually get into my prediction, let's look at the average sale prices that have already been made on eBay, Go, and StockX. These sales are definitely inflated simply because they're selling the shoe as a pre-order, meaning that they don't have the shoe at the moment but have a very high chance of getting one, or they actually got their hands on some early pairs. So currently at men's sizing, StockX has an average selling price of $270, Goat's at $280, and eBay is at $230. Now for the grade school sizing, StockX is at $188, Goat's at $219, and eBay is at $219 as well. With that being said, you can definitely expect the prices to continue to drop around 2 weeks after the release date and then beginning to rebound since. Due to the amount of retailers releasing these sneakers, which means higher stock, the neon color blocking of the shoe, and the current sales, my prediction is the men's sizing to be around 210 to 230, depending on the sizing you get. And for grade school, it's going to be 180 to 200. With all that being said, the prices are going to net you probably a profit between $15 and $25, depending on obviously the sizing and where you sell. Now, if you're going to try to comp manually, I would recommend try to focus on JD Sports and Finish Line, just because of their queue-based system, and not a lot of bots out there are actually configured to work with JD and Finish Line, but these are definitely the two that you should focus on, and obviously you should do the Nike Sneakers app. For those that are actually sneaker botters, I'm going to tell you which bots that you should probably run for on which sites. So starting off with Foot sites, and JD Sports, and Finish Line, I would recommend Kodai. The past two releases, Kodai has absolutely destroyed the foot sites. For the metallic golds and the bread restocks, they've had over 50,000 checkouts. For Shopify, Cyber has been performing very well recently, and I think they will definitely continue for this drop. For sneakers, we recommend TSB. Looks like TSB has figured out the Nike's filtering system and is definitely going to allow their users to consistently cop. That's going to wrap it up for episode 2 of How to Cop for the Air Jordan 1 High Volt Gold. Thanks for stopping by to check us out.
And for more sneaker news, our available shoes for sale, and just anything else that we do, click the link in our bio or in our description to check it out. And also feel free to comment and interact below to let us know what shoe you want to hear about next. But until next episode, it's Landon and Chase from Shoeware. Peace.